Stop recording.
Guys, it be a new day. I survived another like 3 days or something. What's poppin', people? It's the only No Wizard who is blind, it's the Blind Wizard, coming to you guys with another chat session. We're here. I have the most beautiful, what's the word? Oh, God, what is the word? It's like, flattering lighting. Flattering lighting? Something like that. I'm not good with my words. I'm an HR person. I communicate with people in my own way. But yeah, what's poppin', people? It's been an interesting, 3 days. I did the thing. I played in a tournament for the first time in a year, which was an adventure and a half. My left arm is actually sore, like the forearm is a little sore still. And it's been 2 days because I'm recording this on the Sunday before this is going up. And it's one of those things where it's like, wow, okay, I didn't think I'd be like sore from playing Smash. But yeah, I did it. I went 1-2. So I did take a set. I wasn't washed completely. And yeah, it was interesting because I went all Byleth. And it was one of those things where I was like, I'm just gonna go all Byleth because I don't want to like SD 4,000 times. I want this to be like on my terms if I die. Or I guess on my opponent's terms, but you know what I mean. And yeah, it went like very good overall. There were like my first set. Here I go. I'm gonna bring out my inner Smash player from like a year ago. You know, I didn't have my controller my first set. I was using a whole different controller. Somebody lent it to me. You know, I played with it. I was still getting used to it. You know, it's been a year, so it's all right. I'm done. But no, like it was funny because it was pretty much exactly what I was expecting it to be. I walked in and it was like, you know, you know the vibe of Smash tournaments. It's like, you know, a bunch of people who kind of just like, yeah, we're playing Smash, but I don't like the socialization of Smash tournaments. Luckily, I brought a friend with me, so, you know, we got to chill and chat while I was waiting for my matches. And then, what was it? Yeah, I sat down for my first set, and he was like, you know, how long have you been playing for? Or, no, it wasn't even that. He was like, how, have you played Smash before? And I was like, yeah, I used to play competitively. And he was like, oh yeah? How many years? Or how long have you been playing for? And I was like 8 years. And I could tell he was like, oh. Like that realization. And I was just like, yeah, I'm rusty though. Like, don't worry. And it was interesting, right? Because I did like get into it, and it took me a bit because it's, you know, like even recovering was a little hard for me because I was like, okay, up and B, but like the controller I was using, you literally had to press like directly up and B, whereas like my muscle memory with a GameCube controller, I was using a Pro controller, but with a GameCube controller, my muscle memory is like I could do a diagonal and up B. So yeah, it was something to get used to. I'm not gonna hold you, but it was fun nonetheless. I walked out and I was like, you know what? I go back for the tournament. I would go back for the tournament. Maybe not for like the socialization part, but definitely for the tournament. I couldn't. My friend who was there, bless him. He doesn't know like too much about Smash. He played like a while ago. But when I was sitting down to play, he was behind me talking so much shit. And dog, he kept saying, you were making that nervous. I was like, I think it was you. I think your shit talking was making him nervous. But he was like the best hype man I could ever ask for. That guy was my goat. And he still is my goat. God, that having him there like made the entire experience good, for me, and you know, I just put that all out there because He really did. I don't think things would have went nearly as smoothly if he wasn't there. So, that was great. What else has happened since Friday? I had a therapy session yesterday, which was fun. My therapist was like, because I was telling my therapist what I had told you guys on the video on Friday, where, what was it? I was telling him about, like, yeah, these fire alarms kind of, like, get the better of me. I often find, like, I'm extremely anxious whenever they come on, or even, like, when they're not on, I'm scared that they will come on. And he was like, oh, so you have, like, legit paranoia around it. And I was like, yeah, pretty much. And then he was like, okay. And then I told him about this other situation that happened on Tuesday, where, like, I witnessed a very, like, toxic relationship with a very bad power dynamic. And that's where I'll leave that. And I told him I felt helpless because I wanted to help the victim out in that situation. But by the time I realized what was going on, they had already left. And he told me, like, have you ever considered, like, getting into a fighting style? And I was like, wow, doc. That's, wow. I mean, yeah, and I've always found it to be cool. But it's funny because it felt like he kind of reached into my mind and was like, you need to be more confident in you because you have this insecurity with your blindness. And having something that kind of puts you kind of on a level above in terms of confidence will help you because it helps, like, unbalance or rebalance, tip the scales, essentially, is the wording he used, to kind of, like, not eliminate, but counter the disability, the insecurity with the disability. And I was like, huh, okay. So yeah, new goal in life, get into a fighting style. Apparently my school has a karate club, allegedly. And now I'm like, okay, maybe this might be something I look into, and maybe it's time to become a black belt in multiple martial arts. I don't know if multiple martial arts have belts, but this is just my journey now. I will pick up many fighting styles and become a trained assassin, full on daredevil type stuff. But yeah. So that was, like, the majority of my conversation yesterday. I love therapy, man. Therapy is one of those things where you just sit and talk to your therapist and they kind of, like, help you kind of figure out. I said kind of like 3 times in the last 30 seconds. Help. They help you figure out who you are and what will work best for you. So, therapy's good, guys. Therapy's good. Is there anything else off the top of my head that I want to talk about today? Homework is a lot, okay? I was working on an assignment today, and it was interesting because it was something that tackled, like, figuring out if an article is credible or not. And it was one of those things where I kind of did the assignment, and what propelled me through it was not so much like, oh yeah, like, check if this is credible. Here are the questions that you ask to make sure that it's credible and that kind of thing, which was also very interesting. But my main interest was actually realizing that, wow, there are so many, like, articles of information out there where these people who are way more intelligent than me kind of come together and bring all these different articles to the table and kind of create their own article to kind of put out a paper on something that they feel is important. So, like, my topic was how 5G technology essentially can help precision based medicine. And it was like, wow. And I was reading through it and I was like, this is just interesting. Like I've gotten into reading again like a couple of weeks ago. And I already finished 6 books. Let's go me. But I was reading through the article and it was one of those things where it's like, wow, I feel like right now I don't understand a lot of what this is saying, but that's just generally because I'm very uneducated in the field. But I feel like with the way they're presenting it, and if I expose myself to more content like that, I can like subconsciously become more intelligent and grow as an individual and as a credible source myself, you know, because me, I am blind wizard. But no, what was I gonna say? I guess the joke to play off that is like, yeah, I'm blind wizard. I'm supposed to have good intelligence. Otherwise, I'd be a fraud. Uh-oh. Well, I think that's my phone trying to tell me that it's time to end this video because apparently I'm running out of storage space again. I feel like this is going to be a meme for like the first few weeks, but you know, we're just going to ride with it. Anyways, thank you guys for just like sitting here and listening to me ramble. If you made it all the way through to the end, I appreciate you. I just realized there's music playing outside. I hope that doesn't cause some sort of copyright issue. It will. I don't get money from this. And with that said and done, let me figure out where the heck this end video button is. That's the button. Now this outro is going to exist where I just talk awkwardly to the camera until I press the end button. Anytime now. All right, I'm gone. I'm not playing this bit up.